Album covers, a truly legendary art form. We all have those classic album covers that drum up memories and emotions from the time when we first heard them. I mean, look at this one. And this one? Oh, that one's a classic right there. So in today's video, I challenged 3 other artists to redesign album covers. It's gonna be a 4-way art battle, and you watching will decide the winner. So let's jump on a call and meet these other artists. Oh, there's everybody. Okay, how's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Hey.
What up, what up? How are you?
We have a very, very special art battle this time. We're gonna be redesigning album covers in our own style. And then in the end, we're gonna come back together, reveal what we've made, and then it's up to you, the viewer, to vote on a poll that's on my community tab, and you decide the winner. But this just so happens to be a championship battle. We have Jeremy Biggers, the winner of the thrift shop art battle. Hello, Jeremy. We have Noah, the very first winner of the skateboard art battle. And we have Nic Mac, the winner of the shoe battle. Welcome back. And I, at the buzzer, finally won one. The redesigning movie posters. Are you guys ready for an epic art battle?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Absolutely.
Just waiting for the spinning wheel.
You guys, all of these artists are absolutely amazing. All of their social media stuff is down in the description. Definitely go give them a follow. They are incredible artists. Okay, so let's bust out the wheels of doom.
Here they come again.
I'm not nervous at all.
Come on, Taylor Swift.
Okay, on this wheel, I have years broken out into 5-year chunks, going from 1975 all the way to 2025. So I'm gonna spin this wheel, and whatever chunk of time it lands on, that is the time frame that you have to select your album from.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So let's figure out the time frame of our albums. 1995 to 1999.
Ooh, the 90s.
My heyday.
That is a great chunk of time.
I love that time frame. That's actually my high school career. That's when everybody develops their musical tastes. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Y2K, formative years for sure.
I'm looking forward to kind of researching and seeing what artists and what things kind of were popping at that time, actually, because I'm trying to think and I can't right now. I'm too nervous and excited at the same time.
Okay, the next wheel. I got a wheel of genres.
Okay.
Ooh, we're narrowing it down.
This will be the real test.
I need that R&B and hip hop because that's like the golden era of hip hop.
Yeah, 90s hip hop would be really cool. Visually, that's stuff that I'm really inspired by, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page.
That means we won't get that one.
So the 90s genre that we are doing is rock. 90s rock.
Rock. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Is that the category that you wanted?
Rock works. There's like all kinds of different sounds that fit into that rock category. I think hip hop would have been fun too, but I gotta throw one more monkey wrench in here for you guys. We got a third wheel.
Of course.
The dreaded random object wheel. We're just gonna spin this one time. Whatever this lands on, we have to use our artist brains to figure out how to put this item into our artwork. And the item is chain.
Chain.
Easy.
We got 95 to 99, we got rock, we got chain. I am super excited for this battle. I am very intimidated. All of you guys were in one battle and you won one battle. I was in 4 battles and I won 1 battle. So if I'm not in last place, I will consider it a major victory. But with that being said, we have our prompts. Now it's time for us to go redesign some album covers. I will see you guys at the final reveal. Okay, I'm at my house. I'm about to raid my record collection.
Californication did come out in 99, but part of me does feel like that album would be used by someone else.
Radiohead, yes! Red Hot Chili Peppers. Green Day. Oh, Oasis. Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
I think something like a Blink-182 Enema of the State or Sublime, like self-titled, those just feel too iconic to me, and I feel like they would work against me if I tried to redesign those.
There's a lot of good inspiration here. I'm just gonna take all these back to the studio. Peter.
Really looking at typography styles, I noticed a lot of separated, stretched out type and a lot of use of
frames. That seemed like a really good way to kind of put the two down together without overcomplicating things.
From the moment those wheels landed where they landed, there was one album that immediately popped into my head.
Maybe I should go with an album that is a little bit more hip-hop adjacent, since that is what I know so much about. Rage Against the Machine had a couple of albums during that era, or like a Limp Bizkit. The question is, though, what are we qualifying as a rock album?
What are they gonna do? Oh, I feel like everyone's gonna put their A game into this.
Should I put the seatbelt on him? It's probably a good idea. Special delivery. Get out of my way. Ugh. We got records. But really what it all comes down to is this record right here. OK Computer, 1997. Radiohead has long been my absolute favorite band. I'm a little bit concerned about doing this one because in the time frame we're looking at, this is probably the best album that there is as far as like critical response, top 10 lists, and even outside of the time frame that we're working on, this is gonna be on a lot of people's top 10 lists. So there's a high risk of somebody else doing this record, but I think I'm gonna do OK Computer by Radiohead. All right, research time. OK Computer, let's go. I listened and listened. I watched video essays on the album.
Over 25 years ago, in 1997, Radiohead dropped probably their most influential album of all time with OK Computer.
I kept thinking and thinking and brainstorming, but then all right, so here's the deal. This was gonna be the album that I did. Radiohead is my favorite band of all time. In Rainbows, Kid A, Amnesiac, Hail to the Thief, OK Computer, I love those records. I know them back to front. But the thing is, Radiohead is so important to me that every time I sat down to try and think about redesigning this album cover, I just became completely stuck. Plus, this album is about, fear of technology, giant, beautiful, epic, melancholy masterpieces, and just general existential dread. And that vibe, while I love it when it comes to music, it doesn't fit my art very well. It's hard for me to transition my style into this type of creative energy. So I'm gonna pivot. In 1996, the band Cake released an album called Fashion Nugget. And their sound is more fun and tongue-in-cheek and groovy and a little bit more upbeat, which I think will fit better with my art style. Plus, this is what the album cover looks like. And it's an alright album cover, but they had kind of like a clip art vibe with all their album covers. Like if we line them up right here, you can see it's all basic illustrations, very iconographic, a little bit of vintage style. But when you look at this album cover, I think there's room to grow. Maybe we're on an alternate timeline where they didn't stick with this super simple illustration style and they hired a guy like me to present them some ideas. As soon as I decided to do Cake instead of Radiohead, I feel a little bit less stuck. So Cake, Fashion Nugget, great album, amazing album. Let's go. First things first, I grabbed my headphones and listened to the album over and over. I took notes writing down specific lyrics that had visual elements to them. Then I opened up Procreate on my iPad and started the sketch.
My rock discography in my brain is not very deep, so I need to do some research.
There's so many different ideas. I'm excited about it and seeing what visual's gonna come and what you guys are gonna create. Ooh, it's gonna be good.
It was the time in my sketch where I needed to add the driver, but I'm not too sure how to draw people from the back. I found this website with a rotatable 3D model, so I put it in the position that the driver would be and brought that into Procreate and traced it as my starting point. Then I freehand sketched in things like hair and clothes, so it didn't look like a mannequin head. I did a similar thing by taking a photo of my sweater laying on the couch in a similar position to what I wanted this red sweater in my painting to be. Then when I was done sketching on my iPad, I shot it over to my laptop to bring it into Photoshop and finish off the final little details. Okay, album cover is sketched up. There's a lot of fun little details that all relate to songs or lyrics. The whole record definitely has like a driving vibe. There's like 3 songs that are directly about driving: Going the Distance, Race Car Yayas, Stick Shifts and Bucket Seats. This is a unique piece for me. I don't have a strong central character, which is like what I always paint. It's a lot more about the landscape, the references, and just the scene here. I'm not playing into my strong suits. I'm going with something I've never never really done before. Probably stupid for a championship battle. But the dice in the mirror is from Race Car Yaya's. The dice are hanging on chains, and he's got chains on his wrist. So we got the chain in there. The little squirrel thing with the bag of nuts is from the song Nugget. We have a faintly glimmering right here pointing towards the radio, which is from the song Frank Sinatra. Italian leather sofa, and it's also a couple ads in here. They talk about ad campaigns in the song Frank Sinatra. The Chicken McNuggets is from the song Nugget. The title of the book is Friend is a Four-Letter Word, which is the title of a song on the album. These are a couple of novels. It's from a song called Open Book. There's a red sweater crumpled up on the floor, which is from the song It's Coming Down. The carton of milk, which is a lyric in Daria. Gold watch and a knife and a Ziploc baggie full of substances are all from the song Italian leather sofa. And then we've got bench style seats, not bucket seats. There's no stick shift, which is all references to the song Stick Shifts and Bucket Seats. And then just the whole general vibe of the artwork is kind of referencing the song Going the Distance, a guy driving on a mission towards the horizon. So just an absolute ton of references in here. I like the composition with this negative space of like the car roof. This is where you can put the title of the band, the title of the album. I tried to think about a little bit of negative space with my design so that it could be used as an album cover. So now I think I'm gonna do this as a painting as opposed to just a digital artwork, and I'm kind of trying to decide, do I want to paint directly on a record sleeve, or do I want to paint on a square canvas? The artist in me wants to paint on a canvas, and if I were designing an album cover for real, I would paint on a canvas. But then the YouTuber in me wants to paint directly on the album sleeve so that when I hold it up on the final reveal call, it's like, this is the actual record. It looks like a record. So I don't know. But I guess I got a little bit more time to decide on that. In the meantime, I'm gonna start the prep work from turning my sketch into a painting. Let's go. I printed my sketch out on 4 separate pieces of paper, cut them up, and taped it together. I finally decided I am gonna paint straight on the record, so let's get this price tag off of here and sand this thing down a little bit so that hopefully the paint will stick to it better. Next, I grabbed my trusty gesso, and even though it feels a little bit funny, I gessoed the record sleeve. Once the gesso was dry, I sanded it and hit it with another layer of gesso just to make sure it was nice and prepped. Then I laid down my transfer paper and secured it in place with some tape and put the concept art on top of that and taped that one down too. I grabbed a ballpoint pen and traced over the whole artwork, and the pressure from the ballpoint pen presses through the transfer paper and transfers my sketch onto the record sleeve. And finally, I hit the whole piece with a light wash of watered down acrylic paint, aka I toned my canvas.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man?
What up, bro?
Just calling to check in on my competition. How you doing?
It's been an adventure. I think I finally figured out what I want to paint. It's now a race against time to make it happen.
Yeah, I feel like the album battle is the hardest one yet. I'm so much more emotionally connected to music than any other subject matter, so I have all this baggage I'm bringing with me into this battle. My history with these bands and these songs, it's just like, it's really making it more of a challenge mentally, I think.
No, I get that. I know a lot about this era of music, but for one specific genre. 95 to 99, the genre of music that I know the most about is hip hop. And so if it was a hip hop theme thing, I feel like I'd be in the same boat as you. But because I don't know, I also feel like I don't know what works, what doesn't work, what makes the most sense.
Yeah, so you're like outside of your comfort zone. And I'm like so inside my comfort zone that it's like making me just stuck. But I think I got it figured out. I'm moving along now.
That's all that matters. I can't wait to see what everybody does. Everybody is super talented and they won their heats for a reason. That's another reason I think I'm nervous too, is because I'm just like, yo, I don't know what everybody else is going to come to the table with this time.
Well, good luck to you, man. I think I got like 0.01% chance of taking this one home, so I can't wait to see what you make.
Got it. I think you're the music guy. Like, you're the one that's making brand new songs for every video. So yeah, you probably have a leg up on us.
I don't know. Well, good luck to you, man. I can't wait to see what you made at the final reveal.
Man, you too. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace out. Okay, prep work is done. Sanded, gessoed, sanded, transferred, toned, prepped. Now it's time to start painting this thing. The most un-1000 looking piece ever. It's a championship battle, and I said, screw you to my style. Probably a bad move. But what's nice about me in this battle is I feel zero pressure to win. Me winning this battle is not even a faint glimmer of a hope in my brain. These 3 other artists are super legendary. I'm just gonna have fun with it. This is a good opportunity to try out some different vibes, some different styles with my artwork, because when you have no hopes of winning, that's when you can play around. So, let's get playing. While I start laying down the first strokes of paint on this background, I'm gonna let you know that this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is a website where you can build a website. They make it super easy with their amazing templates where all you gotta do is drop your content into their beautiful templates and you got a website, baby. Plus, with new amazing features like Squarespace Payments, your online shop can accept payments right away and even allow for more payment options like ACH, Apple Pay, Klarna, Afterpay, and more. Plus, with invoicing, scheduling, design tools, subscription products, and more, you have everything you need to share your vision with the world. So go to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/1000 for 10% off the first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks, Squarespace. Okay. Got kind of the background desert scene that we're seeing out the front windshield of the car done. It's coming along. We'll see how it turns out. Man, I wonder what my competitors are doing. What album did they choose? What style are they doing? What's their art gonna look like? The final reveal call is just around the corner. I gotta get painting. I can't wait to see what these other competitors made. Let's go.
I'm just feeling like everyone's going to bring their A game. It's a championship, so I'm thinking like what else I can do to kind of push it further. I don't know, time's ticking, so I don't know if I can. I'm keeping it simple. I'm kind of doing something that I feel like I would do if it was an album cover, and sometimes simple's good, so let's see if that's okay.
We got some heavy hitters in this one. Are you confident?
I don't know. There are extremely heavy hitters. Again, I'm just so happy to be a part of it, and I'm very, very curious what everyone's going to do. I think it's going to be pretty phenomenal, potentially. Let's see.
So many of the colors that I'm using on this are not my usual colors. It's not my usual composition. The style is not my usual style, but it's fun. For artists like myself who do have a very strong style, it can be really good. You know, people can see a piece and kind of instantly know that it's me, but a very strong style can also be a trap. And if you keep feeding into that style over and over, your artistic repertoire can get locked into a very narrow channel. So it's important to step outside of your style every once in a while and challenge yourself to painting something that you've never done before.
The idea is usually the most difficult part, then after that it's just executing. Last time I think was more challenging for sure.
The final reveal call is just around the corner. What do you think your chances are? You got this one in the bag?
I'll never say that, no. I'm happy with what I made, and I think I'm gonna tap into a large fan base, I think, so we'll see.
Okay, I'm pretty much done with this thing, but you know, I'm looking at it and this roof here, I think should be a little bit darker so that there'll be more contrast with this background and focus your attention more towards this area. So I think I'm gonna take a picture of this, bring it into Photoshop or Procreate or something, test out what it looks like darkened, and then if I like it, paint over it. I'm gonna paint over this font too. This was kind of here for illustrative purposes. If I was really designing an album cover, I would leave this blank, put the font in digitally in Photoshop or something. So I think that's what I'm gonna do because I'm not good at hand painting letters and I think this looks a little bit janky. So I'm gonna leave it blank for the actual painting and then add the band and the album title later. So a couple minor tweaks and then we should be done. God, what are the other artists making? I can't wait to find out. I mixed up a new darker color and started painting over what was already there. I think this color does a way better job at drawing your eye towards the center of the painting to have you looking out that windshield and seeing the horizon like the driver is. Once I got the roof and the sunshades repainted, I was feeling good about the art, so I hit it with a quick coat of spray varnish. Then I took a nice photo of it so I could bring it into my computer. Then I spent way too long playing around with fonts, but finally settled on this one for the band name and the album title. And with that, I think I'm done. And there they are. All right, who's ready for a final reveal?
I've been waiting. I'm so excited.
As ready as I'll ever be.
I'm so excited to see what you guys made. Let's just cut to the chase and find out who's gonna go first.
God.
I put your names in this bucket. Let's see.
I'm nervous.
Nic Mac.
Oh no! I really didn't want to go first. Okay, well there you go, here we go. All right, so let me just explain. So I chose Radiohead, the Ben's album, which is an album that's about alienation, and they kind of wrote and created this album after they shot to stardom and they felt super alienated. So I kind of went really simple and wanted to make that visual in the way that I would if this was a commission. So this is what I made.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I went super simple, just really showing something being shot up into space, a figure that isn't a human to kind of tie with the the original where they used a mannequin head. This is kind of like a crash test dummy, and the bends is about pressure that divers get, so I kind of got like the pressure to the head and the chains in there to kind of give that vibe.
That's so
and I
dope.
kept these colors that were similar to the original album cover as well.
The composition is so sick. I love the font too. Very like designed, and it looks really sick.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
So I did a back cover as well.
I love the texture too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this texture. I want to use it more. I incorporated some of the logos that are on the original to kind of keep it looking sort of authentic.
The color scheme is so sick too.
With the vinyl,
Yeah, I just added a little bit more. I just wanted to make like a lyric sleeve and like a little sticker thing that would be on the album, but super simple. It's like taking it from the back cover design. The lyric sleeve is like a different colorway kind of the original sketch.
Yeah, the composition, the design, the simplicity, it's like so bold and so iconic, and it looks so dope. I could totally see this as an album cover just
Exactly.
instantly. Like they should
Thanks
use
so
this for
much.
their next single release or something like that.
I could see it happening, honestly.
Ooh, that's high praise. I feel good now. Now I can relax and enjoy all of your guys' pieces.
Up next, we have, please don't be me, Noah.
All right.
I feel like I can breathe.
I know. I always get so anxious with these things.
All right, so I did the album Human Clay by Creed. It came out in 99, and the album is about transformation. It's about like decision making. This is the original. This guy, this figure is like coming out of the ground in this middle of this crossroads. It's very heavy, like spiritually symbolic, and so
You got a lot of room to grow on that original.
yeah, exactly.
It's got some like late 90s CGI going on.
This is what I came up with.
Dang, that's sick.
And thinking about just like the concept of the album, as artists, we kind of all understand that decision making. Like I said, the other design had that crossroads. When you get to that path, if you want to pursue like a life of security or risk it and try and make a life as an artist, you know, all of us in life have some crossroads that we're going to come to. So I wanted to highlight that with the handcuffs. We've all heard the term like the golden handcuffs, where you're just so secure in your position, whether that be a job or pension or something like that. And so he's like breaking away from that, leaving his office. Thinking about that, I was kind of like toying with that, thinking about The Office, and probably my favorite character from The Office is Creed. And so I was thinking about like to like tie that in.
That's sick.
The building in the background is supposed to be the building from The Office. I know it's like decrepit and worn down, but
That's
it's the
hilarious.
same like perspective. And I was trying to make this look like Creed from that angle and make him like out of clay, but I mean, you guys can be the judge if I succeeded.
So this is digital?
Yeah.
That's incredible. It looks like a painting.
I put the little beat plant in the ground to shout out to Dwight. This album was nominated for 2 Grammys, and so I put 2 little Dundies down here.
You got a whole Creed meets The Office. Like this is the Office parody album or something.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And then I got a pretzel down here for my boy Stanley. I'm also rocking the shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Sick.
That face is so dramatic. The way you've centered it, that layout is really, it's very powerful. Obviously with the fire and the building behind it's going to be dramatic, but you've really just worked it very well with how you've drawn that character and where you've placed it and the light as well that's on it. It's powerful to look at. It's really cool, and I love that you've added so many details as well.
Yeah, he's like a monster coming at you.
It looks like Dwight wearing the CPR mask.
Yeah.
So dope. And those colors are not your usual colors. It looks like you referenced back to the original cover with this like earth tone clay-esque color scheme, but it's really
Definitely.
cool. Incredible. We got some bangers so far. Up next,
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Jeremy. I guess I'm going last. Oh crap.
Hey, I feel like he planned that. He didn't put his name
No,
in
I
there.
did not.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. So, in my trying to figure out what album that other people wouldn't select and other people wouldn't choose, I was racking my brain. I was thinking Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was thinking Blink 182, like all the iconic covers that we all remember. But I feel like people fell in love with those covers and how iconic they were. So I was like, how can I be more obscure and pick something that no one else is going to pick, so I don't have to compete with 2 of you guys doing the same album that I picked. So I went super obscure in terms of, the artist isn't obscure at all, but I went with Prince, The Gold Experience. That's what the original album cover looks like. It's very 90s, very
If you printed yours out and put it in a case, I'm gonna quit, bro. That's crazy.
relax, bro. All right, here we go.
So excited.
So, oh no, it's blown out. Hold on. Let me change the
Wow. Just the
Let me
blown out
change this.
version is blowing me away.
It's looking very good.
Okay, so
Whoa!
the gold foil text at the bottom that says The Gold Experience.
Whoa! What?
One of my favorite things was when you go into the album store and there was like all these extras that came with the album. And so this was also the first album that Prince started going by the symbol. And so I wanted to incorporate that logo as well with the thing. So
man.
Oh, that's cool.
like I said, the gold experience, and wanted to play up the most beautiful woman in the world, most beautiful girl in the world single.
Damn, the reflections are crazy, dude. It's like gold chrome.
That's why it took me so long. It was very, 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 very tedious. Like,
So this is painted. You painted this.
it's digitally painted, but it's painted, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you worked on it digitally and then you printed it out and you did like gold leaf text and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even believe that. That's crazy.
It's fire, bro.
I want it.
That's way better than the original for sure.
So, I could definitely see that on the album, like these are very believable remakes.
I thought so.
Yeah, R.I.P. Prince, or maybe he would hit you up to do his next one.
I know, right?
Awesome. All right. Why do I have to follow that? That sucks.
A moment we've all been waiting for.
Let's get this out of the way. So the album that I did, well, originally I was gonna do Radiohead, OK Computer, but I love that album too much and it just made me stuck. So I switched to a band called Cake, and they have an album called Fashion Nugget. But this is my album cover.
Whoa. Oh, wow. What?
So I painted it on a record sleeve, and every single thing in here is a reference to a lyric. We've got a red sweat. I mean, just literally everything you see is a reference to a lyric. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. And then I did the font digitally, so I just sent that to you guys.
Oh.
So I left like negative space up here. The lead single was called Going the Distance, and there's a guy on a mission driving through the desert, and yeah, you can watch my video if you want to see every single reference in here because it's like everything. But then something that I didn't even put in my video, I wanted a bit of a surprise ending because you guys all get the surprise ending when you show your art, but I never because they watch my video. So I went ahead and painted the back cover too.
What? Oh my God.
So there's a lyric that goes, "An old man sits collecting stamps in a room all filled with Chinese lamps. He saves what others throw away. He says that he'll be rich someday." So I painted that lyric quite literally. And then
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I did all the song titles on the sleeve, and I did the record as well. That's what I did.
Each thing is more stunning than the previous. Well, it's not even possible for it to be more stunning. Every piece is just equally stunning. That's insane. The old man with the Chinese lamps is blowing my mind though. That like almost made me cry. Like what?
Yeah. Why is the secret back cover like better than the front cover?
It's not better, but it's very moving. It's just as good, but just so moving. That's so beautiful. That's a stunning image. Wow.
Nah, that's excellent.
Like you said, definitely not your normal style.
Yeah, I stepped way outside of my style.
That's fire.
Very, very cool. I feel like I can touch them. They're so 3D. That's madness.
So that's mine.
Well, damn.
done,
I mean,
sir.
this is a championship battle. I'm extremely happy to be part of this. This is awesome. It's gonna be tough for people to vote on this one.
Yeah, it is gonna be tough for people to vote. And speaking of voting, there's a poll on my community tab right now. Go over there, select who your favorite album cover redesign was. Is it gonna be Noah? Is it gonna be Nic Mac? Is it gonna be Jeremy? Or by some tiny glimmer of hope will it be me? Wow, what a crazy assemblage of art. What amazing artists. Thank you guys so much for doing this. This was so fun. Word on the street is that all three of these other artists are making YouTube videos documenting their side of the creation process. All their links are down in the description. Go check out their videos. Go subscribe to their YouTube channels. Give them some love because they made epic art for you here today. You guys, thank you so much. I can't wait to see the results on this one.
Thanks so much. It's been really cool to be part of this and to see such amazing work again. It's just so inspiring.
Humbling for sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.